Hi, and welcome to day 19 of your 30-day yoga journey inwards. Today we are going to meet our masculine energy. I'm so excited for this class. It will be a fast-paced class where we move a lot, but it's really important sometimes to meet that masculine side, to meet that energy head on. It's going to be quite a structured class because that's what the masculine energy is all about, is structure. And it's just going to allow us to meet that side of ourselves because we all have that masculine energy side. We also have the feminine, and the two come together to create who we are, right? And it's really important to accept both of those energies too. Sometimes we need more masculine structure, other times we need a bit more freedom and flow in the feminine. So today we're going to come and meet our masculine side. So let's begin by standing at the top of our mat. And you can take your feet hips distance apart, grounding down into them, lifting the toes up and then dropping one toe at a time back down into the mat. And as you ground down into those feet, begin to lift up through the legs, a gentle tilt in the tailbone just towards the front of the mat, long through the spine, and allow those shoulders to come down away from the ears. Turning the core on here as we hold in this Tadasana. Now you can gently rock forward towards your toes and then back towards your heels a couple of times. And then when you're ready, finding that really firm middle ground where you feel the most grounded down into that mat. Taking a round of breath here, just readying the body and the mind for this practice. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to fold forward over those legs. Inhale, find your half lift, create a long spine. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Now really ground down into those feet, and we're just going to roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head and shoulders the last thing to come up. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Find your half lift, long through the spine. Exhale over the legs, ground down into the feet and roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, head and shoulders the last to come up. Palms faced out in Tadasana. On your next inhale, sweep them overhead and exhale, fold forward. Find your half lift. And now we're going to add on here, so plant the hands into the mat and step back through a plank pose. So there is always the option when we come to plank to just drop the knees down for a half plank. Totally up to you. Where do you need to be in your body? Because I don't know your body, only you do. So you have to make the choice that is best going to serve you. Now everybody lower the knees to the mat. And we're going to bring our chest forward between those gates of the arms and then lower down halfway, elbows into the side of the body for chaturanga. Push through and lift the chest for a baby cobra. So in baby cobra, we're not really pressing into the hands here. You can lift the hands off the mat, open up the chest, and then exhale, lower down. Lifting up, coming through knees to lift up for down dog. Breathing here, taking a moment, allowing your down dogs to be a moment of pause and a moment to connect with the breath. Bend the knees up between the hands and step forward. Find that half lift, long through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet, reaching those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, fold. Find your half lift. Then plant the hands and step back through plank. Now option to come through your half chaturanga as we did before, or come through a full chaturanga. So coming forward, lowering down halfway and push through for a high cobra this time. Exhale, tuck the toes and send the hips up for your down dog. So hips are coming up towards the sky. Feet are hips distance apart, arms are shoulders distance apart. If you feel like your spine is not long here, then take a bend through those knees, just a little micro bend,
and lengthen up through the spine. Now everybody bend the knees, look between the hands and step forward. Find your half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs, grounding down into the feet, reaching those arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lifts the arms. Exhale, fold. Find that half lift. Then plant the hands and step back through your plank. Chaturanga here. Now this time, option to come through and up for upward facing dog. So an upward facing dog, our knees are slightly lifted off the mat. So we're grounding down into our feet, into our hands, and lifting up and opening through the front of the body. Tucking the toes and sending the hips back for your down dog. Bend those knees, look between the hands and step forward. Find your half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet. Reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lifts the arms. Exhale, fold. Find your half lift. Then plant the hands and step back through plank. Come through your vinyasa, so chaturanga, cobra or upward dog, meeting and downward dog. Inhale, lifts the right leg. Exhale, step it between the hands. Grounding down into that right foot. And as we inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up overhead for a high lunge. Breathing here. Find some real firm groundness into that mat. Now as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees, bend the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bending in. One more time, reaching overhead as you inhale. And exhale. Bringing the hands down to the mat. Breathing here in a low lunge. And then stepping that right foot back. Come through your vinyasa. Meeting and downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it between the hands. Grounding down into the feet. Lifting up as you inhale. Firm groundedness here. As you exhale, bend into the elbows, bending into the knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Last time, reaching those arms overhead, straightening through the legs, and then bending into that front knee. Bringing the hands down to the mat, pausing here for a moment before stepping back and coming through your vinyasa. Bending the knees, looking between the hands and stepping forward. Find your half lift. Long through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet. Reaching the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lifts up. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Plant the hands. Step back. Flow through your vinyasa. Right leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. Holding here. Then taking the right knee to the left elbow. Come back through center. Right knee, right elbow. Back through center before stepping that foot forward. Lift up into your lunge. Breathing here. Then exhale, we're going to drop that back foot, open up for your warrior two. Now let's move in this warrior. So as we inhale, straightening through that front leg, arms overhead, exhale in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale down. Final time. Breathing here. Your next inhale lifts that back heel off the mat. And we're going to exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Now we're going to find our blocks here because it can really help to be a little bit more lifted in this transition that we're going to be taking. So we want our chest to be off our knees here. So grounding down into your blocks at whatever height feels good for you. And we're just going to simply step our left foot up and our right foot back. Simple, right? Right foot comes up, left foot goes back. Left foot comes up, right foot goes back. This time, we're going to bring our right foot up and our left foot back, and then now we're going to speed it up a little bit. So you can continue stepping here and to speed it up, or you might take a jump. So engage the core, feet lift off the mat, and you're jumping and switching the feet. Good. 2 more. Ending with the right leg in front. Beautiful. Breathing here. Removing those blocks out of the way. Planting the hands and stepping back through plank. Come through your vinyasa. Meeting in your downward dog. Inhale, lifts the left leg. Exhale, bringing the knee in towards the chest. Holding here. Then the left knee comes to the right elbow. Holding. Comes to centre. Left knee, left elbow. Back to centre. Stepping that left foot forward. Lifting up in your high lunge. Breathing here. Can you sink a little lower? Then dropping that back foot. Opening up through warrior 2. Move with the breath. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale lowers you in. Inhale lift. Exhale lower. Inhale lift. Exhale lower. 2 more. Beautiful. Inhale lifts that back foot. Back heel, sorry. And exhale. Finding those blocks and bringing the hands to them. So again, you have options here. You can step that right foot forward, left foot back. You can stay here if this feels good for you. If you want a little bit more, you might speed it up a little. And if you want more still, you might jump. Switching the feet with your jump. For 3, 2, 1, and just ending with that left foot in the front. Beautiful. Moving those blocks out of the way, planting the hands, step back through your plank, come through your chaturanga, into your cobra or upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause and breathe here. Inhale, look between the hands and step forward. Find your half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. As you inhale, reach those arms up overhead and exhale, hands to heart center. Pausing for a breath in your Tadasana. Now we're going to step our feet as wide as the mat. And we're going to come through a squat here, but it's not going to be simply a squat. So we're going to bend into our knees, and it's important to come to where feels good for you. So if it's up here, that's great. If you want to lower down, that's great too. Whatever feels good for you. As we inhale, we're going to lift up, reach up, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. So moving with your breath here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, holding here. Pausing in your Malasana, catching your breath. Before really grounding down into those feet, bringing the hands to the mat and lengthening through the legs, walking the feet in underneath the hips, coming into a forward fold. Now you can take your elbows here and just maybe move a little side to side. And before bringing the hands down in front of you. Inhale long through the spine, find your half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Stepping the right foot back, lift up into your high lunge. As you exhale, bend into the elbows, open through the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop that back heel. Warrior two. Move with your breath. Inhale, lifts you. Exhale, down. Back heel lifts on an inhale. Breathe in here. And circle those hands down to the mat, bringing those blocks in beside you. Choosing your level, your edge today, choosing where you want to go as we switch the feet. For 3, 2, 1. Right heel is in front this time. Inhale, lifting up. Breathe in here. Exhale, open. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. Breathe in here. Inhale, lifts the back heel. High lunge. Exhale, drops the hands to the blocks. Choosing your level here. Switch. Final one, holding here. Stepping back through plank. Come through your chaturanga. Into your cobra. Back to your down dog. Inhale, lifts the right leg. Exhale, step it between the hands. Dropping that back heel to the mat and walking round to the long side of your mat. Inhale, lifts you up halfway, and exhale, coming up through center. So here we're going to walk our heels in towards one another. Our toes are pointing out to the corners of our mats. And as we exhale, we're going to drop down into goddess pose. So opening up here. Now bringing those arms and opening them up into cactus arms. Breathing in, breathing out. You might move a little from side to side, getting into those legs. Now as we inhale, we're going to lift up. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it down. Can you sink a little bit lower? Now as we inhale, we're going to lift our right heel off the mat. Lower it down. Left heel, lower it down. Right lifts. Left lifts. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now both heels are going to lift and we're going to pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels, lower down a little bit more and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting up. Well done. As we exhale, we're going to bring the hands in front of us. Turn that front foot forward and we're going to step up to our Tadasana. Breathing here. We have really worked our legs today. I hope you are feeling it. Now walking those feet out as wide as the mat again, we're going to come back through that Malasana. Don't worry, we're not going to be going up and down this time. So just coming into your squat. Breathing here, long through the spine. And then bringing the hands behind you and coming through to sit. Here's where we activate our core a little bit. So we're going to lengthen up through the spine. And begin to lean back a little, keeping that chest nice and open, lifting the right leg, lifting the left leg for boat pose. Now you can stay here with your hands behind your knees, especially if it really helps you to open through that chest. If you want a little bit more today, you might lengthen one hand and then the other along the legs. Breathe in here. Now if you want a little bit more, you might straighten through your legs. Personally, I'm just going to stay here, but totally up to you. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down and just allow yourself a moment to rest. Now just gearing yourself up, because we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to add a wee twist with it. So taking a moment, knowing that you can do anything you set your mind to. So coming back, and if it feels like a little bit much with your legs lifted as we come through a twist, then please just come back to here with your feet on the mat. Otherwise, lifting the knees off the mat, open up through that chest and bringing the hands together in front of the heart in boat pose. Now we're just going to simply twist to the left, back through center, twist to the right, back through center, twist left to the center, twist right, center, left, center, right, center. Holding here, open through that chest a little bit more before planting the feet on the mat. Rolling down onto your back. You did it. You should be so proud of yourself. That was not an easy flow by any means, but we're not finished yet. Bringing those feet under the knees and close towards the hips so you can touch your heels of your feet. Grounding down into the feet, into the shoulders, we're going to begin to lift those hips up off the mat. And then walking the hands in underneath the hips so you can maybe walk the shoulders a little bit more towards one another. Opening up through the front of the body. Now we're going to begin to lift up onto our tippy toes here. And then we're going to simply just take some small pulses. So gently lower the hips and lift them. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Good. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Holding up here. Breathing. Can you lift a little higher? Lower the heels onto the mat and just walking the hands out beside you. And now we're just going to sway our hips from side to side. So sway them to the left, sway them to the right, to the left, to the right. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back through center, lifting up a little bit more, and then we're just going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Great job. Bring those knees in towards the chest, rocking a little side to side. And then sending the feet up towards the ceiling, bringing those knees in towards the underarms for happy baby. Now move a little here from side to side if that feels good for you, just listening to your body. And then releasing the feet, and we're just going to take the soles of the feet to the mat. Allow the knees to drop open so the soles of the feet are coming together in butterfly pose. And this is where we're going to be for our Shavasana today. If you feel like you want a more traditional pose, then you can lengthen the legs long. Otherwise, stay here with me. If you want a little support under your knees, you could take your blocks under the knees and just allow them to be a bit more supported in this. Just working out what your body needs here. As you let go and just allow yourself Just simply be in this moment. You've worked hard and it's your time. Going to take some longer breaths, moving the fingers and the toes, allowing those legs to stretch out long so you can take a nice full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead before bending the knees and rolling to the right side. Pausing for a moment to find space for gratitude for something that's happened today. And then when you're ready, making your way up to sit. Coming through centre. Day 19, meeting the masculine. You did amazing. How do you feel? That was not an easy class by any means, and you should be really proud of yourself for taking the action and doing the thing. Sometimes it's really difficult to do the things that actually feel good for us afterwards. But you should be proud because you did today. Well done, you. Tomorrow we tune into our more feminine side and we become more fluid in our movements. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me today, bringing the palms together in front of the heart. Thank you very much. Namaste. You know what to do. If you liked this class, then hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see when the videos drop, hit the notification bell. I hope you are enjoying your 30-day journey inwards, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.